Have you ever wondered why you are so successful at managing an entire school, managing an entire classroom, managing the students, the staff, all the things that you are managing, but when it comes down to your health, you can't seem to manage that? Well, let's talk about how we can actually move into this school year, making sure you are managing your health plan with success. So let's talk about summertime versus the school year. So in the summertime, what does that typically look like? Summertime, you are chilling. You got one thought on your brain at a time. You can relax. You can sit down. You're not in that place of urgency. You're not trying to do 10 million things at one time, but maybe you are. I don't know, right? But typically it feels different from during the school year, where during the school year, there is a sense of urgency. You're moving all the time. You're thinking all the time. You're planning all the time. You're trying to figure out all the time. You're looking at data. You're trying to move forward. You're trying to get better. You're trying to see things through to the end to be successful. And it is a lot going on during the school year. And so one of the things that we typically don't take into consideration is, how can I allow my summertime to flow and feel exactly how it feels in the summertime, but make it feel the same way during the school year? So it don't have to be exactly the same, but where it has to be twins, but can we at least make it feel like cousins, right? Can we make summertime and the school year feel like cousins, as if some of the things that I'm doing in the summertime to pick up on my health, to pick up on your health, to make things better, that you can actually transition that over into the school year. And that's where a lot of us as educators, and that's where you may be failing as an educator, is that you're not taking what you do in the summertime to make sure that you're healthy, to make sure that you're eating well, to make sure that you are moving, to make sure your stress is eliminated and that it is low and managed well, and taking those things that you are doing and maneuvering it during the school year. But what typically happens is the overload of the workload, the testing, the unplanned schedule, all of those things do typically get in the way. And what a lot of health coaches are going to tell you is that you might need more willpower, you might need more motivation, you might need to have more discipline for what you are doing. What I'm going to tell you is that you need to consider how the education system is actually affecting what you're trying to do with your health, because what you're doing in the education, what's happening in the education system, does affect what you're doing with your health plan. And so you're seeing those health consequences slowly but surely. So in the summertime, if you're going to the doctor, you might realize, well, my blood pressure seems to be normal, my cholesterol seems to be normal, I don't really have the aches and the pains, my stress is low, my headaches go away. But then once the school year starts, you think about, like, for example, testing season. During testing season, we know that there's this urgency. We are thinking about, did we do everything we needed to do to make sure the students were successful this year, and making sure they understand the curriculum and the content. And so when testing season comes around, now your blood pressure is high, your stress is high, your cholesterol, you're kind of not really eating the foods that you have. You started your day saying, I'm going to eat something healthy, right? You were at home last night, you made this healthy meal, and you said, I'm going to take it to work tomorrow. But instead, what ends up happening is the workload ends up pushing you to not even eating the meal that you brought, right? Because you're putting out fires all day long. Your meeting ran over into your lunch period. You're doing this thing for the district. You're trying to plan for this, plan for that. And so now by the time you look down on your desk, the food is still there. So you're like, I got to get something to hold me over. But what ends up holding you over is the bag of chips, or the bag of M&Ms, something really quick, right, that you pull from somebody else or somebody else's office. And so this has to hold you over. And so now, once you get off work, you're extremely hungry. Now listen, I'm telling you this because this has been my reality as well. So now you get off work, you're extremely hungry. You could go home and eat the food that you have in your lunch bag, but instead you drive past the drive-through and you pick up something quick that might not be the best option for you, but you're starving because you did not get to sit down and eat the healthy meal that you made for your lunch. Does that sound familiar, right? I can't be the only one who has dealt with that. And so we see these health consequences. And so what a lot of health coaches don't tell you is that, hey, I understand what you're going through as an educator, but I'm going to tell you that Because not only have I been in the healthcare space, I have also been in education. I took what I knew in healthcare and I brought it into a biology classroom. And that's why I'm able to see exactly what you are dealing with as an educator. And so your health plan, this is one of the other reasons why your health plan isn't working, because this is one of the health plans that you have. You have the I'll Start Monday plan. With the I'll Start Monday health plan, it is every single Monday or every single Sunday you are saying, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to get better tomorrow. And that's where you pack the healthy lunch. You pack the balanced meal for your lunch. And then Monday comes and here comes all the fires that you have to put out. And so now it's okay, I'm going to start next Monday. So your health plan is inconsistent because you have a I'll start on Monday health plan, and that works for nobody, and it definitely has not worked for you. Or you have the reactive healthcare plan. And the reactive healthcare plan, what you are doing is you go to the doctor, they tell you your blood pressure is through the roof, and now you're like, okay, I'm reacting to what I've been told. I got to react and try to make some drastic changes. And oftentimes what happens is when you're trying to make a drastic change, that typically ruins what you're trying to do in consistency. Because now when your blood pressure gets stabilized, what do? You go back to your unhealthy habits instead of creating a lifestyle. So now you're only moving and making things happen and shifting things when the blood pressure is high, the cholesterol is high, you're pre-diabetic, and now you got this shock and you're trying to move forward. So anytime you have the reactive healthcare plan, your health plan is not going to work during the school year because you're only reacting to what happened instead of trying to create a lifestyle with an actual plan that is consistent, that you can follow as you're maneuvering through testing season and also summertime, right? It has to be 365 days out of the year. Another reason why your health plan isn't working is because you are following the generic wellness plan. So what you do is you typically go online, you see what somebody is doing, you feel like, okay, maybe that'll work for me, and you try it out, but you don't have any coaching, you don't have any accountability, you haven't seeing if this actually is specified to what you need, so it's not individualized. So you look at your health as if it is generic, but let me tell you, your health is not generic. So you should not be following a generic wellness plan. Anything that you follow should be individualized to what you specifically need. So for example, if your blood pressure is high, right, typically you're going to get a new plan, a health plan, a nutrition plan that you will follow, and then maybe even a physical activity plan that you could also follow as well that will be specified to help you lower your blood pressure. But if you're trying to do what somebody said that works on fertility, then there is this mismatch between what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish, right? And so you cannot just follow this generic health plan. Also, a generic health plan might be someone saying just eat more fruits and vegetables. But if you are diabetic, not all fruits you should be eating because that can actually spike your blood sugar as well, right? Little do most people know. And so someone's just saying eat all the fruits. Well, you can't just eat all the fruits. There might be certain fruits that you should not be eating so that you're not spiking your blood sugar even more. And so following a generic wellness plan could also be another reason why your health plan isn't working, because your health plan is just very generic. It's just off of ChatGPT, or you got it from Pinterest, or you saw something on Instagram and you just said, let me just follow this, right? It's very generic and not personalized to your actual numbers. What are your numbers? What is your A1C numbers? What is your general, your blood pressure that you can see over time? What is your cholesterol numbers, meaning your HDL, your LDLs? What are your numbers? What is your BMI? What is your weight? Like all of those things you need to take into consideration when you are following and deciding, I'm going to say yes to a health plan. Now, this might be another health plan that you are following as an educator. I know this is something that many of us educators have followed once, twice, maybe even more times in our health career. In our education career. And it is the vacation reset plan. And what that means is now it is summertime. I am now ready to reset. I'm ready to sit down. I'm ready to focus on my health. I'm ready to focus on my nutrition. I'm ready to eat more vegetables. I'm ready to eat more fruits. I'm ready to focus on eating the grains. I'm ready to do a little bit more walking. And yes, make sure you are doing those things, but you cannot rely on summer break, Christmas break, spring break to give your body a break from all the things that is happening during the school year. Okay. And so if you are following the vacation reset plan, that is another reason why what you are doing is inconsistent and will continue to be inconsistent, because you're only taking small chunks out of the year to say, I'm going to reset. So if you think about the person who says, you know what, January 1st is going to be my year. January 1st is going to be the day where I'm going to start on my health plan. That's typically what you're doing as an educator. You're saying every time the summertime comes, June, July, this is the moment where I'm going to focus on myself. And let me tell you something, when it comes to the education system, you cannot wait for summer break, spring break, winter break to give your body what it needs. You do not leave your health at home. You do not leave your health in June and July. You do not leave your health Christmas time. You do not leave your health at those moments. Your health follows you the minute that you wake up. It follows you when you're sleeping. It follows you when you're at work. And so you got to make sure that the health plan that you are following is consistent throughout the entire school year and summer break, spring break, winter break, fall break, all the breaks. It needs to be consistent during all those moments. Do not allow the education system to be what's going to have you fail at your health. You do not have to lose your health to the education system. And this can be the year where you follow that and you make sure that you are seeing exactly what you need to move forward, to be consistent, and to give your body what it needs to make sure that it remains healthy. Because think about all the things that you are carrying. Everything that you do in the education system is going to require the use of your mind and your body. So you got to make sure that you are doing what's necessary to make sure your mind and your body can carry everything that you are supposed to be carrying in this season. When it comes to your purpose, when it comes to what you're doing in the education system, you are amazing at what you're doing. You are amazing, an amazing educator. We have seen your test scores go through the roof. We have seen student growth. We have seen how you have hired the best of the best. We have seen your leadership. We have seen everything that you are doing, but you do not want to be a public success and then behind the scenes, as they say, a private failure. I know that's not you. I know that's not you. I know that's not what you want. And that is exactly why you are here, right? To make sure that your health plan is consistent so that you can be a public success and a public-private success when it comes to your health. Now, you might ask, well, can what you're telling me to do actually fit my life? Absolutely. And that's one of the reasons and one of the questions why many educators don't have a consistent health plan, because you may be thinking, well, can a health plan actually fit into my life? I'm doing the best I can. I'm showing up as much as I can, but I'm going to say, listen, I know that you can do a little bit more. Look how much you're doing with your students. Look how much you're doing in your leadership. There is no reason why you can't be doing a little bit more when it comes to your health plan, but you have already decided that this is your moment to make that happen. So I'm so glad that you are here. Now, can this actually fit my life? If you're deciding I'm going to move forward, do a little bit more, personalize my healthcare plan, stop following the I'll Start Monday, the reactive healthcare plan, the generic wellness plan, the vacation reset plan, the plans that make me inconsistent as an educator and make me inconsistent with my health. Here's the reality. You allow everything else that you want to fit into your life to fit into your life. If you decide, you know what, I want to get into a new relationship, you will find the time to fit that into your life. If you decide, well, I want to get this new home, you will find the time to fit that into your life, because it takes a lot to look at the homes, try to find a new home, call the realtor, go out and peruse through the neighborhoods and see all the things that's happening. You find ways to fit things into your life. The same way that you find ways to fit let me just grab this bag of chips. Why is it that you can't find a way to cut the apples in the morning and say, when I feel like snacking, I'm going to quickly grab this bag of apples. I'm going to be proactive with what I do, because I know the meetings might run over into my lunch period, but I'm going to make sure that even if I can't sit down and eat my full lunch, I am going to pack snacks for myself that are healthy. an orange, some apples, some grapes, some walnuts. I'm going to have something packed that I can grab towards quickly instead of the quick bag of chips, because I didn't prepare myself for the moment. And so again, it is about preparing yourself ahead of time for what interruptions may happen during your day, because we know as educators, yes, you may have, if you're a teacher, I know that from this time to this time, I'm doing this. From this time to this time, I'm doing that. But the rest of the day, it might be unplanned. Somebody might call out because for whatever reason and didn't get a substitute. So now your day looks a little bit different. Your day is shifted now. And so you got to plan for your day, and no matter what, so that no matter what comes your way, you are prepared. Okay. And so I want to leave you with this. It's not enough for you to say, well, I don't know what to do. You know exactly what to do, at least where to start, because you've done it already. But what you need to do next is, how can you personalize your health plan? And the next step to personalize your health plan is this. I want you to take the Educator Health Gap Quiz. Because what's happening with your health is that you have these intentions with your health, but then there's also the reality of your health. Your intention is to eat more nutritious foods, but the reality is what happens during your school day, you have a lot of interruptions, you were putting out a lot of fires. And so your intention is to eat healthy, but the reality is that the education system keeps getting in the way of what you're trying to do. And so your reality doesn't exist. Okay, the reality of what you're trying to do don't exist. And so I want you to close that gap. Now go and take the Educator Health Gap Quiz. It's going to be down in the show notes. I'll also leave it in the comments down below, so that way you can go and take that right now. It's going to tell you exactly where you have a health gap. I follow a Heal, Grow, Reset formula. It's going to tell you where in that formula you have a gap, so that we can start working together to close that gap for you, because your health plan isn't working during the school year, because your health plan is not an individualized health plan. It's not personalized. It's time to personalize your health plan, okay? Now, because you have this information, you have now learned why your health plan doesn't work during the school year, I want you to watch this next video so that you can get the next steps to becoming more consistent with your health plan. I'll see you in the next video.